Good morning.
Good morning.
How is your family this morning?
I'm fine. My family is okay.
Good.
Me. My husband continue work in other county. My child in the school and continue work for virtual therapy. It's okay. I'm tired, a little tired, but it's okay. I need to go to the shopping because the temperature down. I not have clothes for this temperature. I need to go to the shopping this weekend.
I understand. Um, it's much cooler right now than it has been, but it's going to get a lot colder. And I mean, below freezing kind of colder. So,
But in Puerto Rico, this is a cool because the temperature is 91, 95, yeah, 60, 61, 55 here. Is for me, it's very cool.
yes, yes. And it drops another 30 degrees and you're going to be an icicle. Yes, yes.
Yeah. It's new for my child. For me, it's new. My husband tell us, you need go to the shopping. You need go to buy other jacket or other coat, pants uh, in this weekend.
Okay. So hopefully next week you won't be completely frozen, just half frozen. So were you able to help Diego with his schoolwork this week?
In this week, he continue with the homework, especially the math in math. To most every day he has homework.
Back in the 50s when Sputnik was launched by the Russians, the Americans decided that the children really needed to learn more faster. Now, when I was in third grade, we just had multiplication.
Mhm.
Fourth grade, we had division. Fifth grade, we had long division and larger multiplication. Now they're condensing it all into third grade.
Mhm.
And it goes so fast that it's hard sometimes for the children to understand it. And so sometimes you have to explain it in more than one way. So
Mhm.
like the teacher explains it and then you explain it and then maybe your older son explains it and Diego will get it, but it comes awfully fast.
Yeah. He like the education here is different from Puerto Rico. He like to study as that he like it. He like it. He like it.
Well, good. So have you had time to study on your English too?
I review the last lesson
Okay.
yesterday. In this week, I know how to most time because I need to prepare the presentation for the my work. I
Right.
have too much child 11. I don't remember, but I have too much children in virtual therapy. I need to prepare the PowerPoint for my work. Not have too much time for me in this week.
Well, that's one reason I asked if you had time, So are there any questions that you have that we need to go over?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Do you have any questions on something that you've encountered or in your study or maybe in your son's study? Any questions that we need to address first?
No, no.
Okay.
Okay. I remember the plural, singular, they are is a eng is the continue, the verb continue. No, I remember also no have problem with this.
Okay, good. Well, let's go ahead and start with today.
Mhm.
Our verse for today is found in the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 8. And it says that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And sometimes as a human being, we think of Jesus as a human being. He was just then. We don't think of him as God that helped to create all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes our our thought of Jesus is too small, and we have to learn how to expand that thought. And so that's one of the issues that it's talking about in this verse, that Jesus Christ, he didn't just begin back 2,000 years ago. He began back when God began, and God had no beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's been the same this whole time and will be the same throughout time. So, this is just another way of helping us to expand our concept of God. I know a lot of people that their concept of God is so small that they can't imagine him helping them in any way. But if you think that Jesus helped to make the whole universe and helped to make us and made the whole plan for us, that makes him a lot bigger, a lot bigger. So this is just a verse that helps us to understand we need to enlarge our understanding of God. And yes, he can take care of those problems we have.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend that she all of a sudden was encountered a wall, and it was really hard on her because it just seemed like, wait a minute, I thought things were this way, and no, they're this way. And so it was really hard. And so she's only been trying to recuperate from that for a week or two. And now her daughter has come down with COVID. So, it's like she's being hit over and over and over. And it helps her to realize that, hey, Jesus really is big enough to take care of this.
Mm-hmm.
And then those days when it's, dear God, would you please straighten this world up? I forgot to silence my phone. So sorry.
Don't worry.
But just things like that. Dear God, can you straighten this out? Um, I have another friend who's going through some really strange problems. Dear God, can you really straighten this out? Yes, he really can, when we're willing to turn it over to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the vowels. I noticed that you were saying about ing, and you said this as an A. Yes, as A. So it's practice. That's all it is. So continue to practice your vowels. So this is A, E, I,
O,
O, U.
U. Okay.
Okay, let's do them one more time. A,
A,
E, I,
O,
O,
U.
U. Okay. And then the words that sound the same but mean different, sometimes they're spelled the same and still mean different. So to indicates motion, like going to work, going to school. That's a doing, a motion. And then TOO is also or excessively.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm there busy pouring the water into the glass and I'm thinking about something else and it overflows. I've got
Okay.
too
Too
much
much.
water. So that's too much. The other also is you're talking about Diego, but you also have another son.
Mm-hmm.
You have another son too,
Okay.
meaning also. And then TWO is the number two.
Mm-hmm.
Then is a point in time. It's not right now. Then I went to the store. That was yesterday or this morning, but it was a point in time. Um, Van, and see the difference there is just the vowel is a method of comparison. So I'd rather have, oh, let's say, I'd rather have broccoli than green beans. It's comparing things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's hotter in um, Puerto Rico than it is in Tennessee. So it's comparing things. And then there, and see, it's just putting an E on the end of this word, but it makes it completely different. It becomes a place like Gallatin or Springfield or Nashville. So that's a place. Then there, it's pronounced exactly the same, but it's a contraction of they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then there, again, it's pronounced the same. So when someone's talking, you have to think about all that they're talking about. Are they talking about a place? I went there. Or are they talking about what two people are doing? They are. Or is it possessive that it belongs to them? This is their house. This is their apartment. So just talking with someone, sometimes it's hard to know which one they're using without taking the whole thing into consideration. So it's really important to really listen. And then your and your, pronounced the same, but
Mm-hmm.
this is possessive. It belongs to you. They belong to you. Those are your boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's your husband. He's your husband. Okay. But then you put that apostrophe in there and put an E on it, and it's you are. Your.
Your.
It's pronounced the same, but it means completely different. So this is you are going to the store Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
This is the boys belong to you. Okay, and then were, that's the past tense of are. So what were you doing yesterday? It's an action. It's talking about the past.
Mm-hmm.
But then you put an apostrophe in there. It's the same letters, but it's got an apostrophe in there, and it becomes we're which is a contraction of we are. And then you put an H in there and it becomes a place. Where? Where do you live? Gallatin. Where do I live? Springfield. And then where, which is, it's very, very similar in sound, very similar in the way it's written, but that means clothes. What will you wear when you get warm? Okay, what will you wear when you get cold? A lot of times around the house, a t-shirt's good enough, but if I'm going outside, I need a shirt, a long sleeve shirt. And maybe I won't button it up, but it'll be extra. It gets colder, I'll need a jacket. Gets colder, I'll need a coat. Okay, and then the man and woman and men and women. This one is not simple because man and man, and this is the female, woman, it's not pronounced the same. This man and this man are not pronounced the same. This is woman and this is man. But you make it plural and the men part is the same. It's women. But the woe part, this is woman, this is women. So these are just things to memorize. But knowing when you're talking about one and that man sound, woman, man, that or men, whether it's plural or singular. Okay, then this is another confusion. It is going to be it apostrophe S. But you take that apostrophe out and it becomes possessive. Talking about the dog. This is the dog's house. This is the table, the table's strength, something like that. So you take that apostrophe out and it becomes possessive. But then if you have a person's name or an animal's name, not using it, you need that apostrophe in there when you're doing the possessive.
Okay.
So like this is Diego's book, but it's on the table and that's it is. And there and so these are little things that we're going to keep going over to try to help you. Now, when you think you've got them, we won't have to go over them again, but it does take a lot to remember. And then I didn't have enough room to do all this in one line. So I've got singular up here and plural down here. But the singular, it's I am. I am is I'm in it when you use the contraction. So I am watching, I'm watching. Then with you, remember it's the same singular and plural, it's are. Because you can't always tell. Sometimes it's obvious that the you is one person or more, but sometimes it's not. So then just to be safe, it's you are. And the contraction is your. And then he is, she is, and it is. And the contraction is he's, she's, it's. I went up toward, I parked a lot of times when I park near a house and there's a dog in the house, it starts barking then. It's just the nature of dogs. But yesterday I parked and there was a dog sitting in the door. So it was obvious somebody was home. So here's this dog sitting in the door looking at me. It never barked when I parked. It never barked when I got out. It never barked when I walked up to the door. It never barked. It kind of made a little woof when the master came to him. It looked at the master and woof and moved back. And that's the only sound it made. Most dogs, some actually go crazy. You can tell the door is all shredded on the inside because the dogs go crazy whenever you walk up toward the door. But it's watching. That dog was watching the whole time. And then the plural is are.
Yeah.
Whether it's we or you or they, the plural is always are. The contraction, we are becomes we're.
We are.
You are becomes your.
Your.
They are becomes their.
There. There. There.
Okay. All of the review.
Thank you.
So let's go to the text on page 152. And so far in this unit, we have talked about activities that you do in free time, like playing the guitar, or exercising, or soccer, or watching a movie. We have talked about activities around the home, like making dinner, or cleaning the house, or paying the bills. Well, now we're going to talk about activities at work. Now, since your work is more at home, that doesn't mean that you work less. It means you still have all these things to do, even though you're sitting there in your own house. And your husband may have more at the workplace kind of things, but it's the same whether he's at the workplace, this workplace, or that workplace. So let's look there on page 152. What do you think number 1 is?
Okay. She work on the computer.
Okay. And number 2?
He go to the pharmacy. I need the medication.
Okay. And the man in the white coat?
Help a customer.
Well, he's probably, the man in the white coat is probably the pharmacist, and the man in the blue is probably the customer. So the pharmacist is helping the customer. And then 3, what do you think that is?
He take a break or drink water.
Okay. Ever so often, you just have to take a break. It's just the way we're made. The man out plowing the field has to take a break just as much as you do working with the kids. And you'll find that if you don't, sometimes the next one you work with, your brain doesn't work. It's tired. Yeah. So between the jobs, you have to take a break. Just think of something else. This one lady I talked with yesterday, she said that she wanted to hire someone to work on their yard. She was kind of embarrassed with her yard because it had gotten kind of overgrown and she wanted to hire someone. Well, her husband said, no, I want to do it. He had his job that he did all day, and he needed to come home and do something totally different to take a break
Mhm.
from his work. And he wanted to do the work on the yard.
Mhm.
Okay, and number 4.
The man take the order in the pizzeria.
Yes. So someone's called in and I want, and so he writes down, and then sometimes they deliver it or the people come and pick it up.
Mhm.
Okay, and number 5.
She count the money. She count money.
Right. This looks like a teller at a bank.
The bank. Mhm.
And believe me, that teller at the bank can't even be $1 off. They get in trouble if they're even $1 off. So it's very important that they very carefully count the money. Okay, and number 6.
He looking something.
Yes. So this looks like a storage area, and he needs to replace something out on the floor, and he needs to find it, or he has to do a job out on the floor and he needs to find the things that he needs to use to do the job. Okay, and number 7.
He answered the phone.
And answering a phone, that's true at home or at work. Although a lot of times at work, there'll be one person that answers the phone and then they send the call to whoever it belongs to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and number 8.
He drive the truck.
Right. And my father did too, but it was different when my father was driving truck. My brother was driving truck. And so, I kind of think about truck drivers. And yesterday, this poor truck driver, he had very little space, and he had to get that truck into that very little space. And I felt so sorry for him because it's kind of, it's a lot of work when you have this great big truck and a little space. Okay, and number 9.
Number 9. This word is new for me. Fixed car is new. Fixed is new word for me.
Repair, a mechanic.
Mechanic. Okay.
Okay, so the mechanic fixes the car.
Okay.
That's his job. And so ever so often I need to take my car to the mechanic for him to change the oil and whatever else needs to be done to fix it and make it run like it's supposed to. Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at the workplace activities, listen and point, listen and repeat. Then B, listen and read, listen and repeat.
Page 152. Exercise A. Listen and point. 1. Work on the computer.
Work on the computer.
2. Help a customer.
No, a customer.
3. Take a break.
Take a break.
4. Take orders.
Take orders.
5. Count money.
Count money.
6. Look for something.
Look for something.
7. Answer the phone.
Answer the phone.
8. Drive a truck. 9. Fix cars. Listen and repeat. 1. Work on the computer.
Work on the computer.
2. Help a customer.
Help a customer.
3. Take a break.
Take a break.
4. Take orders.
Take orders.
5. Count money.
Count money.
6. Look for something.
Look for something.
7. Answer the phone.
Answer the phone.
8. Drive a truck.
Drive a truck.
9. Fix cars.
Fix cars.
Page 152. Exercise B. Listen and read. 1. Work on the computer.
Work on the computer.
2. Help a customer.
Help a customer.
3. Take a break.
Take a break.
4. Take orders.
Take order.
5. Count money.
Count money.
6. Look for something.
Look for something.
7. Answer the phone.
Answer the phone.
8. Drive a truck.
Drive a truck.
9. Fix cars.
Fix car.
Listen and repeat. 1. Work on the computer.
Work on the computer.
2. Help a customer.
Help a customer.
3. Take a break.
Take a break.
4. Take orders.
Take order.
5. Count money.
Count money. Count money.
6. Look for something.
Look for something.
7. Answer the phone.
Answer the phone.
8. Drive a truck.
Drive a truck.
9. Fix cars.
Fix car.
Okay, any questions?
Yes, I have the question. When use letter A, example, number A, drive a truck, because I use incorrect, drive the truck, use the THE versus use letter A. When use letter A, when use THE.
The letter A includes, okay, let's say there are 5 trucks. So drive a truck, it could be any one of those. So it's one of many.
Letter A using one.
Yes. A is one of many.
Okay.
So I pull out a dollar bill to pay the, pull out a dollar to pay the bill. It's one of many. But V is specific. Oh, I didn't spell it right. So V truck would be, I have only one truck that I drive.
Okay. It's more specific. Use D is more specific. And use letter A is a different thing.
You have choices there. There's not just one, but there's several. So let's see, drive a truck. Maybe there are 5 trucks that he could drive, and it's just whichever one they say, okay, you're going to drive this one today. Or take a break. It's the law that after so long a time, you have to take a break.
Okay.
How you take the break is up to you. But like, help a customer. So you have several customers during the day where you can only take care of one at a time.
Okay. If it's if he help one customer, maybe I tell he help the customer. Is correct? I'm
Yes.
okay.
In
That's
that case, it's the same, but the general idea is different. So he's helping this particular customer. So he's helping a customer, he's helping the customer, this particular customer.
Okay. Okay, I understand.
All right. And then fix, it doesn't just mean to be a mechanic and fix cars. Have you ever had to sew a garment back together? Maybe your boys fell down and skinned their knee and tore the pants and it had to be sewn back together. That's fixing the pants. Or if you have a bicycle, maybe it gets a hole in the tire and so the tire has to be fixed. Fix the tire. So it has to be a patch put on it so that it will hold air again.
Okay.
So fix is not just as a mechanic taking care of cars, it's also any situation that here's something that isn't quite right. A toy that's broken.
Okay.
I don't know, have you ever seen the story of the Nutcracker? Okay, it's a Christmas thing that they have here sometimes. I'm trying to think of something else. Oh, on the CDs, sometimes they get dirty and I have to clean it. So I have to fix the CD. So it's any kind of repair, making it back the way it was, that sort of thing. I just lost you, Nancy. Can you still hear me?
I am, yes,
Okay.
I hear. Okay, it's okay. The internet.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Remember that time when I started the lesson and then someone else had the middle and I finished the lesson? That was my internet. So they had to fix the internet.
Okay. It's repair, it's time to repair.
Yes.
Fix is time to repair. Okay.
Yes.
Everything, not only the car.
Yes.
Okay.
And see, one of the problems is I don't know the words that you know. So you're coming up with words like repair. I didn't know you knew repair, but you do, so it's making sense. You're able to put it together. And so the more we talk, the better able we are to understand. Okay, any more questions? So let's go to page 153. And on this page, we're going to learn about the negatives, how to do a negative present continuous sentence. But first of all, you have the man and the woman talking, and it looks like they both work at the same store. See, they have the same badge on. His is on one side and hers is on the other, but still they have the same badge. So it's like maybe they're working together. So let's see what that conversation is about.
Page 153. Exercise D. Listen.
Where is John? Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay, I'll see him later.
Listen and repeat.
Where is John? Is he helping a customer?
Where is John? Is he helping a
No,
customer?
he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay, I'll see him later.
Okay, I'll see him later.
All right, now the contractions that we have in this one are he's for he is, that's twice, and I'll. I'll is I.
Is I will?
Yes.
The future? Okay. If the pronunciation is I will. I'll. Okay. Is the son the letter, the vowel, EL, I'll.
Yes. You say basically the name I, the name of the letter I, and then put the L's on it. I'll.
I'll. I. Okay. I'll.
Any questions?
No. Yeah. Always always use will for the future.
Yes.
Okay. In plural, singular is the same word.
Let's see. I will, we will, he, she, it will, they will. Yes. Sorry, I had to go through it. You know, it's funny. Some things you just do and you had to think about to know how it works. Yes, you're right. It's
Okay.
singular, plural, all of them, it's will.
Okay. Use the before, after the she, he, they, we, I, your, you, before, after. Okay. Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
No.
All right. So do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Letter A. I begin.
Oh, all right.
Where is John? Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay, I'll see him later.
Where is John? Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay, I'll see him later.
Where is John? Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay, I'll see him later.
I'll.
It's later.
Well, but after okay.
Okay, I'll.
And see, that goes back to the name of the vowels. Because the I is the name of the letter.
I'll. Okay, I'll see him later.
Where is John? Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay, I'll see him later.
Where is John? Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay. Ay, esa palabra. I'll see him later. I'll see him later. I, later. I'll, I'll, I'll see him later. Okay, I'll see him later. I'll.
It's coming. And I
Where,
notice that a lot of people will write something in their book to help them to remember.
because no use will it's better for okay, will see him later.
Okay, where is John? Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay, I'll see him later.
Okay. Where is John? Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's looking for something.
Okay, I'll see him later. It's okay?
You did it. See, it's practice.
Practice. Yeah.
And part of it is knowing that that's I. That's the way you say that letter, because that's what you're having problems with. Not putting the L's on, but the vowel I.
I'll.
And anytime you talk of yourself, it's I. I will go to the store. I am studying English.
I, 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 I. Letter E in Spanish is E. E. I. I am in my therapy work. I try to learn reading a child in Spanish. I use the ball. No remember the song, the letter. It's very difficult for my student to learn Spanish, to read Spanish. In the morning, I have a child in 4th grade. No read. He not read. I try to learn him. I am feel same to him with the English.
You know how he feels because you're going through the same thing.
It's the same, but I'm trying.
Yes.
Never think that English is difficult. For other person, it's easy. For my son, it's easy. For my husband, it's easy. The English for me is difficult. I don't know why.
I don't know why either, other than the children, they're younger, so it's easier for them to pick up new sounds, new subjects, anything new. But as adults, sometimes it's harder. So did your husband learn English when he was a lot younger?
He live live in United States maybe 19 years. He
Right.
learning in the work. Okay. He lived
So
here more time. Then he moved to Puerto Rico and married with me. And he liked the United States. I tell me, go to United States and tell, no, it's okay in Puerto Rico. He tell me, go with me, go, you will go with me, and I'm here.
but see, he's had 19 years.
Yeah.
You've had how many years?
Only, 2 months. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't expect for you to know in 2 months what he learned in 19 years.
Okay.
It just takes time. But if you can set aside a time that you just use your English, I think you'll find that you improve. And sometimes it's hard to set aside a time.
Mhm.
But if you can, like if a time when you and Diego just use English, or
Mhm.
you and the three of you, your sons and you, just use English, and it's just going to be for this short time, your English will really improve. Not too long ago, I was in Walmart, and this little boy, I don't know what he was doing, but I watched him. He was kind of playing around, and then he laid down in the floor. And I just stopped because I was afraid that maybe I would run over him or something with my cart. And I stopped, and the father knew me. I've taught his mother English for years, and she always has someone who translates for her, so she hasn't learned very much. But he never really learned English very well. He didn't try. He didn't think it was necessary. He just sat there in class and translated for her.
Mhm.
And then he met his wife. Now, his wife is Hispanic, but she didn't know much Spanish. She mostly knows English, and he mostly knows Spanish. So all of a sudden, he had a reason to learn his English. And they've been married now maybe 3 years. It hasn't been very long, but his English sounds as good as mine. We stood there and talked for a while, and he did not sound, you know how some Hispanics, their English has a very Hispanic sound to it. His English sounded as good as his wife's and as good as mine. He had a reason,
Mm.
and he used that reason. And the bad thing is they're from Mexico, and so he took his wife down to Mexico to meet the rest of his family. She didn't know any Spanish. It must have been really hard on her. So maybe she began to realize how hard it was for him in an all English world. And so, I don't know the details, but it really helps to have just a set time during a meal, right after the kids come home from school, sometime that we're just going to use English. And then they can't get mean about the way they correct you. They have to correct you nice. Don't let them, be unkind when they correct you, but let them correct you so that you're learning and they're learning to be careful, be nice. And that's important. Okay, do we need to go through this again?
No, continue.
So on E, it says read the sentences. Now, you notice I'm helping customers, or I'm helping a customer is the positive. So
Mhm.
the negative is just putting that not in there between
Mhm.
I'm and helping.
Mhm.
He's not helping a customer. She's not helping a customer. We're not helping a customer. They're not helping a customer. So it's just adding that not in there,
Mhm.
and that makes it negative.
Okay.
And you notice that they have some little reminders there. Well, we've worked on the I'm and she's and we're. So we've already worked on those. And then just starting a sentence with a capital letter is another one. So what they're going to be doing is giving you the subject of the sentence, the person, and these are all pronouns, and then what the person is not doing.
Okay.
So like on the first one, he is a subject, so you have to do he's, or he is. He's not fixing, and you have to put the ing there to make it that present continuous. He's not fixing a car, he's counting money. So it's like this conversation up here, not doing something, but what he is doing or she is doing. So let's see, what do you think number 2 would be?
Okay, number 2, I'm not working on the computer, I'm on the phone.
Good. All right. And number 3?
They're not taking a break, they're helping customer.
Okay. And number 4?
She's not taking orders. She's looking for something.
And number 5?
We're not driving truck today. We are taking orders.
Okay. And remember, you brought this out before, a word ending in E. So like take becomes taking. Take ends in E. Change the E to I and add ing. And that really is a rule I remember from school. So on take and drive, see, it's the same with drive. You change the E to I and add ing.
This learning in the school. Please remember this.
Okay. So any questions on any of that?
No.
I think it's interesting in the conversation, the first sentence, where is John? If it's emphatic, it's where is. Like, it's important that she find John, so it's where is John? But if it's just a friend, where's John? So this is also a difference. If it separates out the words, a lot of times it's going to mean that that is important. It has more importance than just, where's John? So it's one of those things that is kind of, it's important, but it's not major. Like he's driving, or I'm not working. Okay, then in D, it's listen and check your answers. You did very well. We can do it if you want to. If you want to do it, and then that'll give you a listen and repeat, or no.
Listen or repeat.
Okay, so let's, this is G.
Page 153. Exercise G. Listen and check your answers. 1. He's not fixing a car. He's counting money.
He's not fixing a car. He's
2.
I'm not working on the computer. I'm on the phone.
I'm not working on the computer. I'm on the phone.
3. They're not taking a break. They're helping customers.
They are not taking a break. They are helping customers.
4.
She's not taking orders. She's looking for something.
She's not taking orders. She's looking for something.
5. We're not driving trucks today. We're taking orders.
We're not driving truck today. We're taking orders.
Listen and repeat. 1. He's not fixing a car. He's counting money.
He's not fixing a car. He's counting money.
2.
I'm not working on the computer. I'm on the phone.
I'm not working on the computer. I'm on the phone.
3. They're not taking a break. They're helping customers.
They are not taking a break. They are helping customers.
4.
She's not taking orders. She's looking for something.
She's not taking orders. She's looking for something.
5. We're not driving trucks today. We're taking orders.
We're not driving truck today. We're taking order. Driving truck today. We're taking order.
Okay, any questions?
No.
All right, then let's go to page 104 in the workbook.
Mm-hmm.
These are the same pictures, I think. Yes, sometimes they're not the same. So that's why I'm checking. But these are the same pictures. And then up at the top, it says, look at the pictures, write the workplace activities, use the words in the box.
Mm-hmm.
So number 1 is fix cars.
Mm-hmm.
What would number 2 be?
Number 2, answer the phone.
Okay, and number 3?
Number 3, work on the computer.
Okay,
Number 4, look for something.
yes,
Number 5, help a customer.
yes,
Number 6, take orders.
yes.
Number 7, take a break. Number 8, count money. And number 9, drive truck. Drive a truck.
Any questions?
No.
All right, then B
Work the computer.
is,
Customer, take order, take a break, count money, and try it. Oh. It's okay.
okay, well, you're working, so I don't want to interrupt. Because this is for you, this is not for me.
Diego told me, reading, mom, reading. You need to read, read again. You need to practice. You need to read. You read.
And actually, I find this is something, and I don't know if this is what you do in Spanish or not, but I find that a lot of people don't read all the words. So like for number 9, you said drive truck, and you left out the drive a truck. And I don't know if it's just a problem that people have in learning a new language, or if it's just, you know, some other reason. Now, my father doesn't talk about driving a truck. He talks about drive truck. And that's the way he said it. He's gone now, but he would talk about sitting around talking with others about driving truck.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just the way that he phrased it. Okay, and part B is on page 105.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another thing. O and 0 are not the same, but a lot of people use them as though they are the same. So like I said, 105,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a letter. That's not the number 0, but that's one of the lazy things that we do. Just call that an O. Sometimes it's confusing, but if you're just talking numbers, it's not. Now, if
Oh,
you're talking about numbers and letters, it can be, but if you're talking about just numbers or just letters, it's usually not.
okay.
So it says, right, he's, she's, I'm, or there, and not. So in other words, you're going to be answering the question. So on number 1, is he working on the computer?
And the answer is no, he's not working on the computer. He's helping a customer.
Okay. Number 2, are they fixing cars?
No, they are not fixing car. They are counting money. Money. Dale con
And
money. Money.
okay, and number 3, are you taking a break?
No, you're not taking a break. I'm taking order.
Okay, now when I'm talking to you, your answer is I.
Right. Okay.
Right. Usted and yo.
Okay.
If I say usted, but I can't think of a sentence, but if I say usted, do you answer usted or do you answer yo?
Okay.
And that's the difference there.
When use in when use you. Okay. Example. You, Mrs. Wanda, talking a break. Use you in this time. I use you are not taking a break.
Okay, if you're talking to me, but I'm not answering, then you would say you. But
Okay.
if you ask me, are you taking a break? My answer would be I'm.
Okay.
My answer to the question about you is I.
Hi. Okay.
So are you taking a break? No,
I'm
I'm not taking a break because I'm the one that's answering.
Okay.
So the one asking the question is going to use you. The one answering is going to use I.
Okay.
Does that make a little more sense?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me just a minute. I'm going to need to plug in my computer. And it's funny, I don't think about it a lot of times when I'm getting ready. But all of a sudden I looked up there, you know, it gave this little notice, you better plug in your computer or it's going to die. That's not the way it says it, but that's what it means. So I better plug in my computer or it's going to die, and it's not going to be the internet's fault this time. All right. So do you think you understand number 3 better? Okay. And number 4? Is she, I'll do the question again. I forgot about that. Is she driving a truck?
No, she's not driving a truck. She's looking for something.
Number 5, is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's taking orders.
Okay. So any question on any others? So these are conversations. So do you want me to be A or B?
I am B.
Okay. So is he working on the computer?
No, he's not working on the computer. He's helping a customer.
Are they fixing cars?
No, they're not fixing car. They're counting money.
Are you taking a break?
No, I'm not taking a break. I'm taking orders.
Is she driving a truck?
No, she's not driving a truck. She's looking for something.
Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's taking orders.
Okay.
Is he working on the computer?
No, he's not working on the computer. He's helping a customer.
Are they fixing car?
No, they're not fixing cars. They're counting money.
Are you taking a break?
No, I'm not taking a break. I'm taking orders.
Is she driving a truck?
No, she's not driving a truck. She's looking for something.
Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's taking orders. Is he working on the computer?
No, he's not working on the computer. He's helping a customer.
Are they fixing cars?
No, they're not fixing car. They're counting money.
Are you taking a break?
No, I'm not taking a break. I'm taking orders.
Is she driving a truck?
No, she's not driving a truck. She's looking for something.
Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's taking orders. Is he working on the computer?
No, he's not working on the computer. He's helping a customer.
Are they fixing car?
No, they're not fixing cars. They're counting money.
Are you taking a break?
No, I'm not taking a break. I'm taking orders.
Is she driving a truck?
No, she's not driving a truck. She's looking for something.
Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's taking orders. Is he working on the computer?
No, he's not working on the computer. He's helping a customer.
Are they fixing cars?
No, they are not fixing car. They are counting money.
Are you taking a break?
No, I'm not taking a break. I'm taking orders.
Is she driving a truck?
No, she's not driving a truck. She's looking for something.
Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's taking orders. Is he working on the computer?
No, he's not working on the computer. He's helping a customer.
Are they fixing car?
No, they're not fixing cars. They're counting money.
Are you taking a break?
No, I'm not taking a break. I'm taking orders.
Is she driving a truck?
No, she's not driving a truck. She's looking for something.
Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's taking orders.
Okay.
Is he working on the computer?
No, he's not working on the computer. He's helping a customer.
Are they fixing cars?
No, they are not fixing car. They are counting money.
Are you taking a break?
No, I'm not taking a break. I'm taking orders.
Is she driving a truck?
No, she's not driving a truck. She's looking for something.
Is he helping a customer?
No, he's not helping a customer. He's taking orders. Taking orders. Okay.
Okay, any questions?
No.
All right. Now on C, you're going to write a sentence that says what the picture is telling. Like on number 1, you have a woman driving a truck and then it's X'd out. So she's not driving a truck.
Okay. Number 2, he's not answering the phone. Is correct the pronunciation? Answering.
Yes.
Answering the phone.
You know, some people have trouble with this W in answering
Answering.
because it's not spoken. It's written, but you don't speak it. And so you don't have that trouble. So pat yourself on the back. You don't have that problem. So,
Number 3, they are not counting money. And number 4, he is not working on the computer. On the computer. Yes, on the computer. In this
okay.
time, is specific the computer. For this use, the computer, no use a computer.
Well, most of the time, you wouldn't be using one out of several. You would be using just one. Like, this is my computer. That's your computer. Now, maybe if you went to the library and used one of those computers, it would be a computer. But most of the time, we're going to be using our own computer. So it's the computer. Even if it's at work, there's going to be a computer that's assigned to a particular person.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
All right, now it's going to completely change. So it's going to talk about something completely different on page 154 of the text. So I don't know if you've ever had someone, well, say the boys are there at home and someone called you and you come home and they couldn't remember the message. It gets all scrambled, or you say, well, what's the telephone number? I don't know. What was the person's name? I don't know. So this is talking about writing a message. And it's talking mostly about work, but not completely. It's talking about work. It's talking about school. It's talking about several different situations. So at the top it says lesson 5, life skills. Listen and write a message. So on part A is just listen and read the message.
Page 154. Exercise A. Listen and read.
Hello?
Hi, this is Victor Mata. Can I speak to Mr. Green?
Mr. Green is not here. Can I take a message?
Yes. I can't come to work today. My wife is having a baby.
Congratulations. What's your phone number?
It's 917-555-9666. 9876.
Okay, so then as she listened to the man talking, she filled in the message. And when he asked for Mr. Green, she put on the space who it was for is Mr. Green.
Sorry.
And so for means who the call was to. And then the date, she already had that. She would have known what date it is. Maybe she had a calendar there on her desk. And so the date she went ahead and put in. And then when he said his name, she wrote it down in who the caller was. And then she got the message. She didn't put about the baby. She just put, he's not coming to work today. And then she asked about the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times in taking a message, it's important to ask for all these details or you forget one. We've got one later that they forgot a detail. All right, now based on that message, read the message again and circle yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's true or if it's in the message, it's yes. If it's not in the message, it's no.
Okay, number one, the messenger is for Miss
Mr.
Green, Mr. Green. Yes. Victor is calling Mr. Green. Yes. Victor is coming to work today. No.
Okay. And it's just message. You had a little bit of trouble saying the word. It's just message. And I find that sometimes when I encounter a word I don't know, I break it up into syllables. And basically, each syllable is going to have a vowel. So I have consonants and syllable. Okay, I've got some more consonants here, so I make a break there, and then consonant, syllable, vowel for another syllable. So any question on that?
Yes, the pronunciation is messenger. Messenger. No, messenger, no. Yes. Messenger.
There's no N.
Is
And what you're saying is, whoops, it doesn't have two E's. See, you're putting an extra syllable in there.
okay.
So it's just message.
Message. Message. Message. Message.
And really, it's pronounced kind of like that, message.
Message.
But see, the way, oh my word, I've got a little mouse.
Message. 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 Message.
Message.
Message. Measure. Ay, se me traba la lengua.
Message.
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 Message. Message. Message.
Okay, you're getting there.
Message. 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 Vamos a ver. Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
No. Message.
And the Mr.
A mister. It's man.
is the man. And actually, what it's saying is M-I-S-T-E-R, Mr.
Mister.
That's what it's short for.
Let me see. Miss. M-R? Mister.
Yes, it's short for Mr.
Is no, I don't know. Really, I don't know. Mister. No. Norm M-R-S. No.
No, now M-R-S.
It's Missy.
M-I-S-S-U-S is the way it's pronounced. Let's see. Let's do a. That's actually the way it's pronounced. And what it's short for is mistress. Mistress is the older English. That's what would be said. Well, today they just say Mrs. But Mrs., this is actually what they say, is Mrs.
Miss.
Mm-hmm.
The pronunciation M-R-S is Mrs.
That's right.
In Mr., the short is.
So let me remove this part. So Mr.
Okay.
In fact, let me just do this.
Mrs. Okay, Mr. is a man. Mrs. is woman.
Yes.
Miss is woman.
Yes.
John.
Yes. Although it could be any unmarried.
No married. Okay. Okay. Mr. Junior.
So someone could be my age and be called Miss Wanda. Although here in the South, Miss Wanda is kind of a honor, a recognition of, hey, you're an older person and you are due some respect. I was telling you about seeing the family there in Walmart. He called me Miss Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
And most of my students and a lot of the people at church, they'll call me Miss Wanda. The deacons at church call me Miss Wanda. And it's just kind of a respect. And it's spelled the same. Let's see, let's put it. Well, I'm going to have to do this. This is the way it's spelled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to remove that. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't mean to do all that, but. And sometimes it's used not just because a person is older. It's just a term of respect.
Mm-hmm. My student tell me Mrs. Nancy.
Okay. And that's their way of respecting you.
Mm-hmm. Mr. is for men, senior. Is men John. Mr.
Let's see.
Sir?
Not really. Like, well, let's say I would meet somebody who's young but is a leader, like maybe one of the deacons. There's one of the deacons that's quite young, I would say in his 30s, and I call him Ricky. You know, but if I were being respectful, I would call him Mr. Scott.
Okay. Okay. Mrs. Woman and Miss very old. Okay. Okay.
All right, now let's see. We're on part C. Okay, so listen and read the message.
Page 154, exercise C. Listen and read. Hello?
Hi, this is Jane Black. Can I speak to Ms. Lark?
Ms. Lark is out of the office. Can I take a message?
Yes. I can't come to my appointment today. My son is sick.
What's your phone number?
It's 212-555-4366.
Me.
Now you notice that the one taking the message just put the phone number down there at the bottom. They did get the phone number, but they put it at the bottom, not up at the space that says phone. There was a time, it was kind of, well, we have the civil rights movement here in the United States, and that was like the 60s, 70s, 80s. And along about that same time, there was a women's rights movement. And at that time, this term came into use. And it's a new term. It's not an old term. Miss, Mr., Mrs., those are old terms. But this is kind of a new term, and it's pronounced kind of like Ms.
Miss.
So this, the Mrs. and Miss, it's kind of a change on the Miss. It's kind of pronounced Ms.
Miss. Miss.
And
Miss.
some professional women wanted to be designated as Ms. instead of Miss.
Miss.
And it was just, it's not as popular these days as it was. During that time, it was very popular. But then at the same time, the blacks were having trouble with things just being respected as human beings, let alone as an adult or something like that. And the women at the same time kind of said, well, if they're important, we're important too. And maybe you've heard of women's lib, and that's kind of part of the same thing. And you really don't hear that much anymore. But then again, like there is a United States Senator that's a woman, and she's not called Miss or Mrs. or Ms. She's just called Nancy Pelosi.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've dropped this term, but they've also dropped these other terms. So that a lot of times there's no word that's used. It's just kind of, you know, you're just Nancy Crispin. And there would be no Mrs. or Miss. It's just kind of what things are like these days. So
The pronunciation MS is
Ms. Like MZ, Ms.
Miss.
Or maybe it kind of like there's an I in there, but it's Ms.
Miss. Miss is Mr. Mrs. Miss. Miss. Okay. Miss. And MISS.
Miss.
Miss. What's the difference in Miss? Okay, the same for me.
Yeah.
Miss. Miss. Sound similar.
Yes. And when you hear it sometimes.
For you, similar. For me, it's the same.
So I don't hear this much anymore. But then again, I don't hear terms of respect much anymore, except in the South.
Yes.
So
When I go to the store, the cashier,
cheer.
cashier, tell me, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Oh, what they're saying is not man. They're saying ma'am.
Ma'am.
They're not saying man. They're saying ma'am. And it's also short for, let's see, madam, M-A-D-A-M. It's short for madam, and madam has become a term meaning someone who is a prostitute.
Okay.
So madam isn't a nice term, and in the South, ma'am has kind of taken the place of Mrs. and Miss a lot of times.
Okay. Man. Yes. Man.
Mhm.
Man.
So they're
Man.
saying ma'am, they're not saying man.
Man.
So it does sound very similar.
Man. Man. Okay. Man. 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 Man.
Does your tang get tangled?
Okay. It's the same I tell you. R con S cigarro. R con R barril. Rápido correr los carros frente al ferrocarril. It's the same. You told me. It's the same. Oh, I'm trying learning this.
No, it's time.
This time.
How long have you been at it?
No, I remember not to make in 1 week, 3 months. It's fast. It's too fast. The time is fast.
Yes. And that's why I say it's important to have a time that you just use English, because there's just too much to learn. That's the only way you can put it. There is a lot to learn. So in order to learn it all, it just takes time. And one of the things about this curriculum is that, okay, you've learned a little bit about all these different things. Then next year, it'll be a little bit more. Next year, a little bit more. Well, not year, because it takes longer than a year for us to work on this books. But in level 1 is going to be more than actually, this is the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
This is the introduction level. And like your husband is in level 1. And then there's level 2, there's level 3, and there's level 4.
Okay. I'm begin.
And honestly, when a person works through all the levels, let me tell you about Maria Escalante. When she started with us, it was like 5, 6, 7 years ago, and maybe even longer than that. And she started at the beginning and knew nothing. You know a whole lot more than she did. She knew nothing. And her husband has a roofing business. And so he had to learn his English in order for him to be able to do his roofing business and make appointments and get people to let him do their job and such. So she decided she wanted to learn English, and especially when her boys were starting in school, they were learning English, so she had to. And she has worked hard at it. And last year, before we had to start with this COVID stuff and we had to just stop, she was one of our teachers. She's been one of our teachers for 2 years. But it took her working at home with the boys. At the time that I first knew her, the youngest was maybe 2nd, 3rd grade, and the older one was maybe 5th, 6th, 7th grade, somewhere along in there. Well, the oldest one is graduated from college, and the youngest one is now in college.
Mm-hmm.
So they've helped her to learn, and then she has come back and been one of our teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think she's teaching with us now because I'm not sure that she knows about Zoom. I don't know if she's going to the classes for her level. She still goes to class. It was funny. She was going to class at night and teaching in the morning.
Okay.
But okay, I was going to look at that. So it's getting close to time to stop. We'll just start there and we'll start again on page 154. But don't get discouraged. Think, okay, my husband's been working at it 19 years.
Mhm.
Diego is a child. Give me time.
Thank you.
Give yourself time. And then take the time to learn.
Yeah.
If you don't take the time, then you're going to struggle with it. I've had some students that they would work hard at the writing part, but they wouldn't work hard at the talking part. And so they never really got very good at the talking part because they just didn't take the time. Other students, like I said, Alejandro, he has gone through all the different levels and he keeps talking about going back home. He says he's building a house, that he has a job that he wants to do when he goes back, but I don't know if he's ever going to go back. So we'll just, whatever. But he gets upset with the people who come here and don't learn English. He says, you're here, you're living here. Why aren't you learning English? Because that's the language we're using. And you kind of have to think along those lines. I'm going to learn it because I live here. So, and pray for me. I've got a mouse in my house. This morning, I was sitting here getting everything ready, and it was like an hour or two before we started, and I saw a little something jump out of the heat and air vent and run behind the dresser, and I couldn't see what it was. I just knew it was little and dark and running all four legs. And while we were talking, you didn't hear me, but I said, it's a mouse.
Oh,
It peeked out and I could see what it was. And it was kind of working over here. And then I moved and he saw me and I saw it and it turned and went back. So I've got a mouse. And I don't think mouses are nice.
I don't
So
like it for me. I'm
but at
sorry.
least I know what it is, because when I saw it first, I was afraid. What in the world is this? I couldn't see it well enough to know what it was. Well, now I know what it is. And I hate, mouse traps and things like that. I think I'll put something underneath. This is the house is raised and the air conditioning vents are underneath the house. So I think I'll put something underneath the house, not on top. I don't know.
I'm
I'll figure
sorry
it
for
out.
you.
I'll have a friend come and, oh, I had this old house. It was 100 years old, literally. I had this old house and I kept hearing something underneath. And so one of my friends came over and he says, yeah, I think you've got an animal underneath. So he fixed and we could tell where it was getting in. So he got a cage and he caught a groundhog. I had no idea what it was. I've got a picture if you really want to see it. He caught this thing and he took it over and let it loose near his house. And he says he thinks it's under his house now. But it was something else. I mean, you could just hear something under there. And a groundhog, this mouse is maybe this big. A groundhog is maybe, yeah. A groundhog is maybe this big. It's big. It's
Oh.
not a little tiny animal.
Mm.
Oh, fun and games. Have to call him. Oh, and then he started teasing me. And my church, the Association of Churches, has a wild, a wild game dinner. So like someone shoots a deer, well, they'll bring it, or the pheasant or something like that, and they'll bring it for everyone to eat. And so he was teasing me, well, what are you going to have for our wild game dinner? Well, you have a good week.
You too.
And it's almost time to stop. And really, the things that we work on, like all this about Mr. and Mrs. and you know, the pronunciation of words, that's going to help you more than just getting through more pages of the book.
Mm-hmm.
It takes this kind of work to help you to get through the pages of the book.
Okay.
It's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
you're welcome.
Have a great
And
day.
let me tell you about Mary. The teacher in level 1, she's been going to college and she's been working part-time. Well, she now has a full-time job as well as going to college. And so she's going to have to quit teaching in level 1, the ELL in level 1. And so Mary's going to take over that position. So we won't have her to help us. But then at the same time, her being with us, and see, she helped me for several years before we had to do it by Zoom. And so she's learned some things. So she says, well, maybe I can do this. And I said, oh, sure you can. She says, you've taught me a lot. And I said, well, I'll teach you anything more you want me to teach you. So just pray for her because she's a little bit concerned about it. And the other lady, Carolyn, there's no way that she would want to be a lead teacher. She doesn't mind helping. She'll take role. She'll help any way she can, but she's not willing to be a lead teacher. So there's no way that she could take over. So just pray for Mary that she'll be able to do it. And you and I'll just continue on. And then we can have some more students.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you are learning.
Good day, good week, and see you the next week.
Yes. See you next week.
To work with the mouth.
But at least I know what it is. Not knowing what it is, I think, was worse than knowing what it is. So, thank you.
Bye.
And have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye, you too. Thank you. Thank you.